Hi, this is Sarah Neighbor with Sarah Loves to Stamp, and today I'm bringing you another ribbon trick or technique to help your cards and scrapbook pages be cute and easier than tying a bow. I have gotten really good at tying knots, but tying bows I am not super great at. So I have a little trick for you today and a way to make it look like you really tied it. I don't have a sample of what it looks like if you don't do the trick I'm showing you, but the ribbon goes straight across the back, and that's just a straight strip. Here, let me show you. I have one I kind of started before. It goes straight across, and you can see I've kind of puckered it right there, gathered it. And that right there, what that does is make it look like it came in to make the knot. And so, anyway, that's the little trick I want to show you today. So, this is the card that I'm using today. This is the ribbon we'll be working on. I'm not making the whole thing, but I have my piece of Tangerine Tango, and I have a piece of Pacific Point down there, and it was 1 by 4 inches, and I cut it with the large scallop edgelets die, and that is just my favorite die. I've been using it so much. I love it. So anyway, and then this piece of Tangerine Tango that's from the Brights Designer Series paper stack is also 1 by 4. And so I've just lined those up, and you can see I stamped a sentiment on this one. It has the especially for you from the Made for You little group of 3 sentiments. So cute. And I just love it. Sorry, I'm just kind of have random stuff around here today. That was my lens cap. Okay, anyway. So I just have a couple glue dots here. And you want to figure out on your project where that part where you want to put the bow is going to be. And mine's right about here, so I'm just grabbing that with my fingers. And I'm going to get the glue dot right on the back of my ribbon, where it is. And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold the top down. Oops, a little tricky. Fold the top down a bit. And I'm going to fold the bottom, well, up a bit. And then you can see I've made a little place in my ribbon where it's narrower, and that's going to be the part where the bow is. And so you want to just put that on your card. And it might have a tiny bit of, yeah, there's a tiny bit of sticky showing out there. And then you can either use glue dots to attach on the back, or I really like to use Scotch tape. You can also use snail and then use your Scotch tape, but I find that whatever I do, I go back and put Scotch tape on. So I'm just going to do Scotch tape today. So I'm just lining it up on the front, and I'm going to just move it to the back and hold it really tight. And I obviously cut a little more than I needed here. You need a piece about 5 inches long, 6 inches, whatever. Just give yourself enough so that your tails are really prominent and they'll stick well on the back. Okay, so there's that part. And then after you do that part, you can glue it down to your card base. So I'll do that really quick. I have a base of Pool Party here, and this measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I don't believe I told you my Tangerine Tango layer is a very typical layer for this size of card. It is 4 inches across by 5 1/4, so just a 1/4 inch smaller than your card base. Oh, for crying out loud. Here we go. Woo! And then I'm just going to center it, and again I'm using the multi-purpose liquid glue that we sell from Stampin' Up, and I love it because it gives me a little time to mess around and make sure that I got it on there straight. And then I just press it down, and it's good to go. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute. And I'm going to go ahead and show you. And I might put the bow, the final bow I'm going to put on this one that I showed you before instead of this one, because I still need to stamp that sentiment. Alright, so this is a little tool that my upline had from one of my sidelines that she had had somebody make, and so my husband's a woodworker, so I just asked him if he'd make me one, so he did. If you're interested in one, email me at sarah@sarahlovestostamp.com, and I'll put that up on the screen too. But email me, I'm sure my husband would be happy to make you one too. So anyway, I take my ribbon and I'm tying it off the spool because that's how I get the least waste, and I have the tail in my left hand. And you're going to cross your piece that is not the tail over, oops, geez, over the tail. Okay, and so it'll look like that. You make an X. And then you're going to go up and over with your tail. And then once you come down here, you're going to put the big piece over your tail and bring the tail through that hole. I hope you can see that. And then go ahead and tie your knot on the back. And then you just want to adjust it a little bit to get your knot in the center. And if you need to, you can look at it like, obviously I'm seeing the back of the knot. You could look at it from the front, but I think that's good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. And then just pull your tails down a little bit. And I'm going to move my little bow helper aside there. And I think mine is a little bit not in the center. There we go. I think that's a little better. And so you can fidget with it a bit, but just don't mess with it too much. And then you just can cut your tails off. And I'm going to angle this one this way. And I'm going to angle this one this way. I like them to be opposites, you know, so the points are on the outside there. Alright, and then you just use a glue dot and attach it to your project. So it's super easy. So I'm just going to put a glue dot on the back of my bow, right at the knot. And then I'm going to put that knot right on my ribbon where I made that little special place. And then, of course, once it's adhered, you can adjust it. And I might trim my tail a little bit because it's kind of getting in the way of my sentiment down there. So I'm going to go ahead and just trim those quick with my craft scissors here. These are my favorite scissors. They do a great job of cutting ribbon. I might cut them just a hair shorter than I even did there. And you can see what I have is very, very little waste. So that's nice. You know, just these little, 3 little pieces I think is about it. Might have already brushed another piece aside, but there's that. I'll bring in the finished card again if you want to see it. I did use the Papillion Potpourri stamp set. I stamped it in the Pacific Point on the pool party, and then went ahead and punched it out with the Elegant Butterfly Punch, and I've layered it here in some circles. Woo, got a little wild with the finger. This is from the Pennant die, from the, oh, it's a large die. It's a Biggs L die, and it's from that Pennant die. And then the blue circle is from the Circles die. It's a 2-inch circle, which we don't have a punch for, so I use that die. And then this is the 1 3/4 inch circle, and again, it's punched out of that paper, or the designer paper. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that today, and I hope you try that out. If you have some access to some kind of dowels or something. I've also seen people do it with their fingers, and you can tie it around your fingers. Obviously, it's probably a little easier if you have a friend, but you could certainly do it with your fingers too. The thing I do like about this is I can make my bows bigger or smaller just by moving the dowels in and out. And of course, you can do that with your fingers too. I'm just not that coordinated, let's be honest. So anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed this Quick Tip Tuesday, and I'll see y'all here real soon again. Head over to my blog and check out what's there. It's www.sarahlovestostamp.com. While you're there, you can also sign up for my mailing list, and then you'll get a monthly email that tells you about this month's specials, or if I'm having any kind of sales. It also gives you, I think this month I did 3 or 4 project ideas. So just all different variety of things, and I just encourage you to check it out. And if you have any questions or anything, just let me know. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.